Hey, what's up? Mr. Be Active here, and I'm very glad that you can join me for this workout. We're going to be going through 6 different movements. We're going to go through it 4 times, and we're going to add a little twist as we go through. So, if you're ready, make sure you've got your bottle of water. Mine's invisible. Make sure you've got a towel if you need it. Mine's invisible. And clear the space so that you're ready to move. All right. So I'm going to walk you through these 6 movements and then we're going to get to it. Our first movement that we're going to do is the squat. So for the squat, I want you to get your feet about hip width apart. Your toes can be pointed forward or out just a little bit. And all you're going to do is bend your knees, sit down as low as you can, keeping your feet flat and your chest proud, and then push into the floor to stand up. So sit down just as far as you can, keeping your feet flat and your chest proud, and come up. Now I've got this couch that I can use to help me if I need it. So I want you to do just 5 squats with me, whether you're using your couch, a chair, or doing it in the air. Let's do 2 more. And then up. All right, and I promise I'll have a way that will make that a little bit tougher as we go through the workout. Our second exercise is going to be a push-up hold. So join me here down on the floor. Let's get our hands under our shoulders, our knees under our hips. From here, I want you to push into the floor with your hands as hard as you can. Step back one leg, straighten it out, step back the other, and squeeze your glutes. That means I want you to imagine that you're crushing a walnut between your butt cheeks, staying nice and strong from head to heels. If you get tired at all, just drop your knees, reset, and come right back up. Straighten your knees, squeezing your glutes, and pressing into the floor. All right, exercise number 3 is going to be high knees. So, on the spot, we're just going to march with those high knees. If you're comfortable, you can speed it up a little bit more, or just get comfortable here at this nice and easy pace. So you know yourself best. Make sure that you dial it up if you can handle it, or take it a bit slower if that feels better. Our third exercise is going to be back on the floor, and we're going to do what's called a glute bridge. So lying on our backs, we can put our hands down on the floor. Pull your heels towards your hips, about where your fingertips are at. Toes up. From here, you're going to push your heels down into the ground. Squeeze your glutes. We talked about that already with our push-up hold. Get your hips up, and then tap down. Push your heels down. Squeeze your glutes. Pause, and tap down. I've got a way for us to spice that up a little bit as we get through our workout. Like I promised, each one's going to get a little bit harder. Our next exercise, we're almost to the end, is going to be our step outs. So we'll start with our feet together. Step out one foot, bring it in. Step out the other foot, bring it in. Do that slowly with me a couple of times here. Step out, in, out, in. You can step out and back a little bit. So from here, I'm stepping out and back, together and in, out and back, together and in. And as you get comfortable, you can speed it up. You can even reach out. Find your speed, find your level. The last exercise that we're going to finish off with is going to be our side plank. So for here, you might want to have a pillow or a blanket to put under your elbow to be comfortable. We're going to get our elbow and our forearm on the ground. Make sure that our elbow is under our shoulder. From here, we're going to bend our knees and get our hips off of the ground and forward. Now, to make this a bit harder, straighten out the top leg. Okay? So we're going to hold this side plank. We're going to squeeze our glutes again. This is probably the 100th time I've said it. We're going to stay tight in our midsection and keep our hips away from the floor. Halfway through, we're going to shake it off, reset, and get back up. The next time we go through, we'll switch to the other side. So, those are our 6 movements. Remember, get your water ready, Get your towel ready. Have something maybe soft to put your elbow on for those side planks, and then we're going to get started. Okay, we're going to get started in about 5 seconds. Let's get ready for our squats. Feet hip width apart, standing tall to start, and here we go. Sit yourself down and up. As you're going down to that squat, I want you to push your knees out, go as low as you can with your feet flat and your chest proud, and up. You find the pace that you're most comfortable with. Only go as low as you are comfortable going, making sure to stay proud through that chest and keeping those feet flat. Let's get 2 more. 1, 2. Awesome. Whew. Shake it out. We've got 6 exercises, remember. So we're on to exercise number 2. And that's our push-up hold. We've got a little bit of time here to set up. So let's get to the floor. Get into this crawling position. Hands under your shoulders. Knees under your hips. And when I say go, you're going to step your feet back and hold this position. Get ready. Push into the floor. And go. Step out your leg, step out your other. Here we go. I want you to imagine that you are like a bridge that needs to be so sturdy for all the cars and trucks that need to drive across it. Lock your knees, squeeze your glutes, push into the floor. Keep breathing. If you need to reset, drop your knees. Come back up, back to being strong. Push into that floor. There we go. Awesome. Woo! Exercise number 3. We're going to get back onto our feet. This one gets us moving a little bit faster now. So we're going to do the high knee march, or it can be that high knee march sped up, okay? So get ready for it. High knee march goes at the speed that you feel most comfortable going, all right? So get that last little shake out, and let's move. Arms moving, knees coming up. Now I'm starting with kind of a medium speed. Maybe you're going to be here, and that's okay. Maybe you're going to be even faster. Make sure those arms are moving along with those legs. Try to get that knee up as high as you can each time. Always breathing. Awesome. That's 3 exercises down. We're halfway through our first cycle. Remember, we're going through all these exercises 4 times. So exercise number 4, we're going to bring it back to the ground, gang. Lying on our back, bring your heels up to kind of where your fingertips would be here when your arms are straight. Toes up, rest those arms on the ground. We're going to push our heels into the ground, hips up, and squeeze. Here we go. Push down, hips up. This is called a glute bridge. Breathe in as you go down, as you come up. There you go. Pause at the top, get that good squeeze, then lower yourself back down. You're doing great. If I could give you a high five, I'd give you a high five right now. Hips up. How's that? Hope you're doing okay. We're moving on to exercise number 5. It's going to be, again on our feet, we're going to do our step outs. If you're like unsure of what we're doing right now, don't worry. You're going to get a second chance to go through these versions before I spice them up a bit. So feet start together, step out, together, out, together. Okay? Find your speed. Here we go. Last shake out. Let's go. Out, together, out, together. And then as you get comfortable, you can speed it up a bit. You can move your arms a little bit with it. Okay? They can be short step outs. They can be long step outs. Just don't make them too long. Okay? If we go too long, we're going to lose control. So let's not do that. Together and out. You got it. Oh. Okay. Our last exercise of the circuit. Our side plank. Don't forget, something soft for under your elbow. Making sure our elbow is under our shoulder. Knees are bent. Hips up. Okay? And then if you need something a bit harder, just stick out that top leg and straighten it out. Okay, let's get ready. Are you ready? Here we go. Hips up. We're breathing. We're focusing in on being nice and sturdy from head to heels, just like the push-up hold, our second exercise. Keep breathing. Don't let those hips drop. Okay, we're going to let our hips drop once though. Let's reset. Gather ourselves right back up. Now I want you to imagine there's a little egg under our hips. We do not want our hips to drop on that egg and relax. Okay, move the egg. Boom. Beauty. Gang, you just completed your first cycle through these exercises. Okay, we are going to do it 3 more times, but this next time we're going to do it exactly the same way we did before because I want you to be super confident in these movements. And then we're going to turn it up a notch. Okay? So I'm going to put my cushion for my elbow to the side. We won't need that to the very end of these 6 exercises. Remember, we're going to start with those squats. If you need to use a couch or a chair, use them for your squats. Still make sure that your feet are hip width apart. We still want to make sure that our chest is proud and our feet are flat as we push into the floor. Okay, get a sip of water. I've only got my invisible water bottle. And get your towel down. Back to squats. Here we go. Whether it's on the couch or just hovering in the air. Here we go. Stand up tall each time. I want you to take control as you go down. And stand up proud. Breathe in as you go down, out as you come up. You got it. Strong legs. Right there. Okay, do you remember exercise number 2? Our push-up hold. So, we're going to start in that bear crawl position. Hands are under our shoulders. Knees are under our hips. When I say go, push into the floor and then step back with both legs. Okay? Here we go. One leg at a time. Getting ready for it. Anytime now. Go. Step back, step back. Lock it down. You're a statue. You're a bridge. We're breathing. Push as hard as you can into the floor, okay? Squeeze those glutes. Lock those knees. If you need to reset, drop your knees and back up. That's just that little break you might have needed so you can finish strong. Awesome. Awesome job. Alrighty. Our next exercise, you know it. We're going to move a little bit faster. We're going to do our high knees. Standing up. I like to get a shakeout in between. Okay? Always keep moving when you're in the middle of a workout. You don't want to get too relaxed. Okay, remember high knees? Marching at your speed. Get ready for it. If you want to start here already, this is tough. Balancing one leg up, or you can wait for it. All right, here we go. Find that pace that works. Find that pace you're comfortable with. I'm going to start speeding up just a little bit. Going fast. I'm starting to notice my breathing. I'm definitely working harder now. Knees up. Arms moving. Marching confidently. Down the street. Or in my basement. Or in my room. Well done. We've been working really hard on our feet here. We're going back down to the floor and doing our glute bridges. Line down on that ground. Heels almost touching my fingertips here. Toes up. Remember, push your heels into the ground as hard as you can. Nice and controlled though. Get your hips up off of the ground. Get ready. Oh, this is relaxing. Oh, no time to relax. Here we go. You can pause at the top. Don't rush it. Tap down. Pause at the top. Tap down. You got it. Woo. Now, I know you're working hard at home. I know you're doing your very best. So keep that up. Yes. You know, that's all we can ask from ourselves, is that we're doing our very best. So your very best today might look different than it was yesterday, or different than it'll be tomorrow, and that's okay. But we are going to work our hardest that we can today. And I know you're doing that right now. We're going to do our step outs, okay? Starting with our feet together, stepping out, together, out, together. All right? Take your time to build up that rhythm. Start small and get bigger. Here we go. Get that little bend in your knee. Stepping out. Some of you, I showed you this in the demo at the beginning. Maybe you're going to reach out. Get nice and long. Add some more movement to it. That's good too. I'm going to make them a little bit smaller. Join some of you who need to do the smaller steps. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Boom. Once we get this last exercise done, this next one, you will be halfway through this workout. Okay, does that feel good? We're going to do our side plank. I got to set up on this side now. Okay, elbow under shoulder, bend to my knees, hips forward and up. Keep them away from the floor. There's a little egg here. Don't let it get crushed. Okay, level 2, stick out the leg. Okay, the egg's there. Hips up. Make sure that elbow's under your shoulder. I want you to lock that leg, squeeze those glutes tight in your midsection, just like you did for your push-up hold. If you need to drop your hips to reset, do that. Just watch out for the egg. I moved it. Back up. Move the egg back, of course. Stay strong here. Push your arm into the ground. Excellent. I moved my egg, just if you're wondering. Okay? I like that egg reminder because sometimes we do our saggy side planks just like this, and we kind of let them drop near the ground. And then we don't get all that work, that we don't build up that strength that we're trying to build up. So you can imagine the egg, you can imagine a little fire under your hips. You know, don't get close to the fire. That's a little too scary for me, so I stick with the eggs. This time for our squats, I'm going to challenge you, okay? We are going to do a squat hold. So however deep you can do it, this time you're not going to use the couch, okay? A squat hold, and then when I say go, you're going to do squat movement again. Now, if you feel better just sticking with regular squats or the squats off the couch, that's all good, all right? Just want to give you some options. This is our 2 cycles, or 2 times through of leveling it up a bit. Squats are first. Choose your level. Here we go. I'm going to do the hold. This is tough. Still keeping that chest proud, feet flat. Some of you might be moving through your squats. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're going to move after doing that hold. And you can go a little quicker. You don't have to go as deep. That speed makes it a little bit more challenging. Whew. Couple more. There we go. All right, push-up hold. This is going to be a bit of a zinger, okay? So get ready. You can do your regular push-up hold, or you can get into the push-up hold, and then I want you to lower until your elbows are about the depth of your ribs. Drop down, reset, lower, drop your knees, drop your chest, reset. Okay, so it's kind of like a reverse push-up. Here we go. Push-up hold, and if you want, you can do the lowers. Keep your shoulders away from your ears, drop your knees, reset. Push-ups are super hard, and these can be tough too, but they're sometimes a little bit easier to do than push-ups. If you can't go as low as me, just drop your knees where you're most comfortable. Bend your elbows, drop your knees, reset. Whew. That might be one of the tougher exercises of this workout. So if you went for those lowers, high five to you. That's awesome. We're going to go back to our feet, we did high knees last time. We're going to add a little twist, okay? So if your knee is up, I want your opposite hand out, punching in front of you. And then if you switch, change. Oh, I'm blowing your mind here, okay? It's a tough one. But I want you to do high knees and punch. If it ends up not looking exactly like what I'm doing and you're punching same side, not a big deal. We're getting lots of good movement here. So hands staying up, bringing my knees up as I do the march. And you can go quicker, of course, or you can go a bit slower and focus on your balance. And that's amazing. I like adding some punches to my workout. I like martial arts, karate, taekwondo, so that adds a fun element for me. We're back to the ground though. We're doing our glute bridges. This time, gang, I've got something for you. Okay? We're going to get our hips up, and then we're going to do a march. If you're comfortable doing this, so keep your hips away from the floor and march your feet, or do your regular glute bridge. Okay? This is a tough one. Hips up, keep them off the ground. Keep your hands on the ground to help balance. You don't have to bring your knees up as high as I do. Maybe just do little steps, little march. Go as slow as you can control it. If you feel like you're starting to lose control, drop your hips, reset, and go again. You're doing a great job at home. I'm glad you're joining me for this workout. There we go. Okay, that felt good. That was a nice little change on the glute bridge. Back on our feet. Last time we did step outs. Step out together, step out together. This time we're going to do in and out. It's called a ladder drill. So we're going to go out, out, in, out, in, out, out, in. You can imagine you've got a box or a square. So if my feet start in the square, out, out, in. Try it out. Out, out, in. And then you can go faster if you're comfortable going faster. Okay? Or you can do those step outs we did before. So it's up to you. Whatever you do, I want you moving and finding that speed where you are comfortable going. I like to move between the different options. Oh, can we take a couple deep breaths here? Okay, we're back to our side planks. Gonna get my cushion for my elbow. Elbow here under my shoulder. I'm gonna do that side plank again, okay? Knees bent, top leg straight if you want. This time though, we're gonna bring our arm around in a circle as we do it. So sweep the floor up high. Here we go. Now as you're doing these arm circles, keep your hips away from the floor. The floor is lava, just under your hips though. Okay? Big circles. You can even reach in front of you with these big circles. Reset if you need to. Come back up. Sorry, you might have had to touch the lava there for a moment. Add these arm circles. They're just going to challenge it a bit more. Oh, man, I hope you felt that. I was feeling that for sure. That is your third time through, gang. As promised, we're going through it 4 times. So we're doing this one more time with these dialed up versions. You're doing awesome. Remember, you can always go back to our first variation. Okay? So don't feel like you're having to do the tougher versions that I'm giving you. Those are just there if you want to test out the waters. So let's get a little shakeout. Remember, we're starting with our squats, regular squats. You can use the couch or a bench or a chair, or doing the squat hold, and then when I say go, doing those squats. Not much time left here before we start our last 6 exercises. I'm excited for you. You've been working hard. Oh, keep shaking out. This is how I shake out sometimes. It's kind of like a shake-out dance. Here we go, squats. I'm going to hold it. You can hold it with me, or you can do your moving squats. Feet flat, chest proud. If you need to put your hands in front to balance, do that. Couple more seconds here, and then we're going to do some moving. Okay, here we go. Just go as deep as you're comfortable in your squat. You're in control here, and you're doing a great job at focusing. Oh, there we go. I think I made you hold that squat a little bit longer. You did awesome. Okay, back to push-up hold. Remember, with our push-up hold, we can just do the hold, or we can do those lowers. Don't forget about that lowering option. Whatever version we do, though, remember, hands are under my shoulders, knees are under my hips. When I say go, step out your legs behind you and get stiff as a board. Whew. Go. Hold it. Some of you are going to join me. We're going to do a lower. Oh, drop our knees. Reset. You go as low as you can, staying stiff as a board. When you feel like you can't keep it, you drop your knees. Just back your hips up and reset. I want you to feel strong through this. Some of you might be holding that push-up hold. I want you to keep fighting for that. Push your hands on the floor. We're almost there. Beauty. High knees. No, not high knees. High knees and punches. Let's stand up. So let me remind you, we can be doing our regular high knees or high knee with a punch. Remember, it's my opposite knee and hand. You can kind of practice it slowly before we officially start the round. There you go. Opposite knee. Here we go. It's official. We're on. I like to add the punches because it gets my whole body really working and focused. And like I told you, I really like martial arts. I like Kung Fu movies. And so this makes me think like I'm a Hua-Chaw in a Kung Fu movie, which is great. Keep going. There it is. Hua. All right. 3 down, 3 more to go, my friends. We're going to glute bridge, back on the floor, lying on our back. Remember, you can do your regular glute bridges, hips up, down, or get your hips up and marching. That's pretty tough, okay? So you find what works best for you. Here we go. Marching. Stay tight in your midsection too. I want you to imagine, I keep using this bridge comparison, like when you were doing your push-up hold. Imagine though you're a bridge, okay? Sturdy through your belly. If you need to reset, hips down, and then come back up. Nice and tight in your belly. Like somebody's about to step on your belly. Like you're a bridge. There. Oh, okay, I kind of don't want to ever be a bridge in real life though. That wouldn't be particularly fun. We're back to step outs. Feet start in the middle. We can either do step out, in, or the new one I showed you, out, in. Apart, together. And they don't have to be big steps, okay? Or stepping out. Here we go. I'm going to do apart, together. 2 in and 2 out. You got it. And you do it at the speed that you can handle. Oh, I'm switching it up. Anybody else noticing their breathing here in these last few exercises? I'll bet you that heart rate's going up. That's great. Challenging your heart. Getting strong. We have our final exercise of the 6. Side plank. Let's get it. Okay? Remember, elbow under your shoulder. Bend your knees. Get your hips off the floor. And you can straighten that top leg if you want. To make it harder, big circles with your arms. But don't let this stuff move. Just your arm. Okay, here we go. Last one. Oh, here it is. Do nice and slow with those arms, okay? If you go too fast, you might start forgetting about your hips. Okay, so keep yourself Nice and strong through your hips. You can change the direction of the circles. It's just to make your body have to really think about what it's doing. Okay? Or just stay right here. Reset if you need it. Back up. Nice and strong. Oh my goodness. Gang, you just completed 4 rounds of 6 exercises. That is a lot of work. I'm proud of you. Waiting for that high five. Boom. Awesome. Let's get a little shakeout. Let's take 10 deep breaths together. So you can either sit down on the floor, on the couch, or standing. Let's do some deep breaths. We're going to breathe in through our nose. Breathe out through our mouth. And just on your own time, we're going to try to get 10 breaths. You keep doing it while I talk here. Keep breathing. This breathing is going to help us relax and recover a bit from this great workout that you just did. All that hard work you put in. A couple more deep breaths. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. And then after this, maybe you want to do a little bit of stretching. But this breathing is a great way to bring it down. Let's do our last breath here, okay? And that is it with me. I hope you had a great time. I had a great time working out with you and leading you through this workout. Come by, check this workout again sometime in the future or any of the other workouts here. Great having you. I'm Mr. Be Active. I'll see you later.